Welcome back to Cold Front Convos, Season 2, Episode 5. Here after both the drubbing the Bills took by the Atlanta Falcons 24-14 and the Bills bye week, which, to be honest with you, didn't feel awesome because you felt like you played a terrible game against the Patriots, lost by 3, but didn't play well. And then we're never in it, really, after the first drive against the Falcons. Bijan Robinson was the second coming of Bo Jackson, had sex with O.J. Simpson and Marshall Faulk. Like, that was what he looked like against the Bills.
And Drake London was really lost.
Yeah, 24-14 loss. The offense was anemic. They scored on the first drive of the game, and they scored the first drive of the second half, I think. And other than that, looked terrible. So it was... and then bye week after that to just really stew. Just stew
that was
on
probably
the
the worst loss to stew on, too, because it's just total domination. They just look bad on all sides of that game.
And they had every opportunity to go down and score several times, too, to tie the game up, or even if they did score previously, to go down and, go ahead. I mean, offense couldn't do nothing.
Yeah, I didn't understand the offensive game plan. They come out in the second half and actually hand the ball off to Cook. I think he ran it like 6-7 times, and then I think he had 2 touches the rest of the game. It's like, what are we doing? Like, they didn't stop it the entire drive, and then you just completely abandoned like giving him the ball. I mean, our defense looked better in the second half, when they switched to man, because Penix is clearly cannot pass against man coverage, which is, I think he had like 1 completion or 2 completions against man coverage. So, I will say, and I was talking to a few friends here, if we're gonna have like a couple, these 2 losses in a row, like, I'm glad it happened, and then we're going into the bye week type of thing, and then get a few guys back. You're getting Hoyt back, Ogunjobi.
Yeah.
He's coming back. Harrison just, is practicing. I did see that we have like a bunch of guys going on, that are injured and whatever. Now Rapp's like injured, and which might be
supposedly an injury he's had since training camp, which is the first you're hearing of it, and the injury.
Yeah. So
I think it's a tough pill to swallow, especially like I said on the offensive side. You run a jet sweep on third down when you need a first down and fumble the ball. And like I made a post on Facebook, and they said it's almost like that play was called because of the issues they had previously to spite and say, hey, look, this can work. And there you go again, and it doesn't, and it costs you a critical third down and in a tight game. Josh Allen getting banged up pretty good, throwing a terrible 4th down pass to Ty Johnson. Instead of just flicking it with his wrist, he tries to get fancy and shuffle pass it and comes up 3 yards short. So I think, like I said, no separation. Josh Palmer going down early on a hip drop tackle that wasn't called.
They didn't even put a fine out for that either.
Nothing. Yeah, nothing. So don't get me wrong, officiating didn't help. Took a lot of penalties. We had 28 penalties in 2 weeks. So it's been rough sledding, and like the bye week came at a good time. But you dropped 2 critical games on against teams that should be wins. In your schedule that, New England takes another 2 games up on you. So, and is now number 1 in the AFC East.
And their schedule is not that hard. So they have a really good path to be able to take the East.
Yep, they're favored in their next 8 games.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which
until they play the Bills again, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which, we need to win out against the division, and which I'm sure they will too, being that it's the Jets and the Dolphins, and looks as though Tyrod Taylor is going to get the start for the Jets. And
I think that they're going to bench Tua too. So.
Yep. But we go up against a feisty Andy Dalton this week, and who knows? Backups have been coming in and playing well this year.
They should completely dominate this game, but I don't know.
But look at Rico Dowdle. Look at Dowdle. He's put up career numbers the last 2 weeks, and you still got Chuba Hubbard. And I'm not saying that it's an easy game to win. Not the way we've been playing. Something miraculous needs to happen, especially with Bernard not practicing. Milano's still out. Limited. Yeah, Daquan Jones out. So I'm not thrilled about where we sit on both offensive and defensive side of the ball. Not saying it's a cakewalk.
I agree. It's a game we should win. If you had told me before the bye we were 5-1, I'd have said sign me up 100%. Even if the loss was to New England, a lot of people had preseason and early season the Falcons beating us, which okay, they played a great first half, and we played a better defensively. We played a better second half, like Goose said. As far as our offense, I mean, we're so spoiled, I'll say, we're a number 1, 2, or 3 scoring offense for the last, I think, 3 or 4 years. They go up and put up a dud and score 14. It's so out of character when you have a guy of Josh's caliber. You mentioned that third down sweep, and Josh says after the game, if it works, it's a great play call. If it doesn't, it's a terrible play call. But when you have Cook averaging 5 yards a carry, if you're going to run the ball to Cook. If you're going to do that swing pass that Shakir always catches, because Kincaid was out, because he does it too, but then throw it to Kincaid or to Johnson on the
play action sweep or something. Let Josh keep the ball. Like that's a critical third down.
Josh's 3 worst games as a quarterback in the last 4 years are against, is it Fangio over there?
Yeah.
It was against, he had 5 sacks, 2 picks, 4 sacks, 2 picks, 4 sacks, 2 picks. The last 3 games he played that defensive coordinator.
Yeah. What was it? Cincinnati, and Atlanta?
It's got to be.
I think it's what it was.
Or was
Vic
the Jets?
Vic Fangio's with he's
whoever the defensive coordinator is with the Falcons was somewhere else the last 2 years. I thought it was the Jets, because remember he opened the season last year with the 2 picks.
It was the I know who you're talking about. It's not Fangio, but yeah, I know who you're talking about, because he was the interim coach after they fired Saleh there.
Yeah, that's whoever that is. Yes. So that all being said, you get used to us doing well from an offensive standpoint. We're going to put up 28, right? That's a given. If your defense is holding anybody to 24, you're winning the game, unless it's Kansas City in the playoffs. Just Allen or McDermott said it twice now in the last 2 losses. The offense is getting too cute. And whether he means the flick, like Mitchell mentioned, or he means just the scheme, let Cook run downhill. He's been running like better than he ever has in his career. I know he had 16 touchdowns last year, but he's been running with such a purpose, I feel like, this year. And he hasn't broken the long runs, and was still going into last week before the bye, number 3 in the NFL in rushing yards.
And get him involved in the pass game. Like, what the hell? Like, if Ty Johnson's out there, either A, it's going to be a passing play because he's going to block, or he's going to roll out for a little dump off. But like, why is Cook not involved in that on a first or second down? There's no passing plays to Cook at all. He didn't even play with 11 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
So he didn't
sat on the sideline.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, your best player, arguably your second best player on the offense, is not playing.
A skill position. Yeah.
Do you think they'll get a wide receiver?
No.
You think Bean's going to make a move?
No, I don't.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I was hoping they would with Palmer hurt, that they would go and make a stab. They have Gabe Davis on the practice squad, but they were saying that he's probably not going to be ready for another 2 or 3 weeks at least.
Yeah, he was in practice in shorts and a t-shirt. So he's not.
Jacoby Myers was like the name that they were throwing around a lot too.
He's hurt now too.
I heard Calvin Ridley,
but I don't know. I mean, like,
and then Olave, he's concussion prone. He's had like 6 of them in his last 2 years.
Rashid Shaheed,
that'll never happen.
But he's not a 1. I mean, if you're going to get somebody make a splash, I don't think it makes sense to get another role player.
Right.
Like, do I go get a 2 or a 3 when you have 3 2s? We talked about this last time, but you got a bunch of guys who are 2s or 3s. Get somebody who's going to demand, at the very least, the best corner for the other team to follow him. And
go ahead. What's really frustrating with our wide receiving is Coleman not being able to do anything, and then also the people that we passed on to take Coleman are now they're looking pretty good.
Yeah, look how nice Worthy would have been in our offense.
Yeah,
you're missing that Hollywood Brown or John Brown, not Hollywood Brown. That deep threat. Even the Cole Beasley's, the Isaiah McKenzie's, the speed. You don't have it. Nobody outside of Shakir has speed on that roster. And I wouldn't even say Shakir's got speed. I'd say he's shifty. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Well, his face that they didn't keep was fast, but he wasn't very good. Hamler.
Yeah.
What's the other guy? Not Shavers. He was the other wide receiver we kept as the 6th receiver or 7th? Can't think of who it is. Well, Samuel's banged up too. He's
Samuel
guy too.
He's played what 4 games in 2 years?
Yes, it seems that way.
Yeah.
Might have 8 catches.
maybe 6 catches on his career with Buffalo in 2 years.
And
I don't know. You're saying go ahead.
No, go.
I would say you're saying that the bye week's coming at a good time. You still got 3/4 of a season left.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't talk about injuries and getting a team healthy. What happens down the road in 6 more games when you still got 5 games before the playoffs?
Well, and you look at the schedule right now. So say you beat the Panthers, but after that, the Chiefs are playing like the Chiefs of old. Right now,
we're gonna work next week.
We're gonna get fucking boat raced at home. So we're gonna lose.
How you keep up with them?
And then we'll beat the Dolphins. Buccaneers are playing like a top 3 team in the NFC. I know they choked against the Detroit, but Detroit
and Evans is out.
Gotten smoked by.
They have a lot of injuries right now. I mean, Ibuka was hurt. Evans went out.
He played last week.
Yeah.
I understand, but like Ibuka played, but he
wasn't what he was.
He was injured, and then Evans got hurt in the game. Godwin's out.
Who's going to line up against them?
Yeah.
Well, Rashad White is going to pack our lunch for us, I'm sure.
Well,
and Baker will make every throw.
And Bucky Irving will be back.
Bucky Irving will be back by that point. So Rashad White's not going to play as much, but honestly, I don't know which one I would rather prefer play. More snaps, to be honest. Because...
But so you got the Bucks. The Texans have the best defense in the league right now, scoring defense, anyways. And CJ Stroud is slumping, and Nico Collins is hurt right now. He may not be in 3 weeks. We'll see.
Yeah.
And Steelers are playing well. Bengals, Joe Flacco effect, which we typically play well against him. But if Jamar Chase is getting 23 targets a game against us, they're going to win the game.
That's all right. You put Harrison on Chase. You got Higgins who's going to go for 120, 140.
As long as Benford.
Because you got Benford. You got Benford, but I don't know. I don't think Harrison's... I wouldn't expect him to I don't put all my eggs in one basket. He's a zone corner, number 1. We've been playing a lot more man. And then he's coming off that knee injury. I don't expect him to be in form until 4 to 5 weeks down the road.
Yeah, I was just going to say the same thing. He hasn't played in a game yet. It's hard to even judge if he's actually if he's going to be like Elam.
He's probably not even going to play for like a couple weeks anyway. Like he probably won't play for another 3
just in the window. Anyway. Right. He probably won't come until the Dolphins game because they probably don't want to get him fucking torched against the Chiefs in 2 weeks.
But you got to have him line up the Chiefs to cover Worthy. I mean,
I don't think you can. That's first game of his career against Patrick Mahomes is a tough ask for any of these guys. And then
can't be worse than
you
Elam.
got the Bengals and Joe Flacco. Then you get the Patriots again in New England, and they're playing great right now. You get the Browns, you should win that game. Then you get the Eagles, and you finish against the Jets. There's a good chance the Bills are 9-8 or 8-9 if they don't figure this out. I'm being dramatic, I guess, because they've proven us over the last 4 years they always get to 10 or 11 wins at least.
Right.
But if they can't figure this shit out, then or if
you're saying if they look like they do right now for the rest of the year,
they're fucked. If they look like they do right now for the rest of the season, we win 3 games. Dolphins,
we'll
Jets, Browns
consistently need to put up 30 plus points, 35 points a game just to keep our defense.
Unless the defense can figure out, we're not getting takeaways this year like we did last year either.
No.
Or we are, and we're getting stupid penalties to get them brought back.
But they're also not getting any kind of pass rush consistently. I mean,
Mitchell's guy Rousseau's only got 2 sacks this year.
Yeah, it's just so frustrating watching that pass rush. Like, because I said something like in the thing.
Von Miller has more sacks.
Rousseau should have a monster game, and he should have, and he didn't take any. I mean, you literally saw the Niners just destroy the Falcons' offensive line. And the Niners' defense, literally everybody is hurt. They're playing with a bunch of rookies. They have nobody playing right now. Like, Bosa's hurt. I'm trying to think of a couple of other guys on their team, but they literally, like, everyone on their defense is hurt. All their stars. Fred Warner. Like, the entire defense is hurt.
Yep. That's another thing too. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, like, the Bills aren't like they've got talent on the field on defense though. So at what point is that like your game plan is not, you're not setting up the correct game plan for who you're going against? And that's comes down to like the coaches there. Like, I mean, you can't, it's hard to say that our team is like not a good a good
No,
team. There's a
right.
lot of talent.
There is.
They're like other teams. I mean, like Rousseau would go anywhere and probably just go out and just ball out. So
Mhm.
like, are we just not prepared when we go into a game? Do we just think we're going in like winning every single time?
Well,
I
and
think
that's
so.
it
Maybe
too.
they do it.
That's it too. Like you got Von Miller, who goes to Washington, who was supposed to be washed up and done, has 11 tackles and 4 sacks on the year.
And he's
He didn't
playing
have
less
4
snaps.
sacks. Yeah, and he didn't even have 4 sacks with Buffalo. So I mean, it is. I think it is scheming. I mean, how can we pile all these guys in on defense, specifically the defensive line, and we can't get any pressure on the quarterback? So is it training? Is it the way you're teaching your guys how to shed blocks and get to where get to the quarterback? Is it the gaps you're hitting, you're taking? I think
it's very obvious,
it's
like a situation that because they're obviously making adjustments when they go in and out. Because it's usually the first half where it looks this bad. Like you think about the Ravens game, you think about the
All the
defense
games.
got
Those play
torched.
from behind every week.
Most of them, yeah. So there's obviously adjustments being made at halftime, and it's obviously coming. The only one I could think that it's coming from is McDermott just being like, what are you doing? Like we should be doing X, Y, Z type of thing, and changing the game plan, and then they go more man against Falcons the week before, last week. That's the only thing I could think of because I can't imagine that it's coming anywhere else, and that had to have been what it came from, in that third quarter where it's handing the ball off to Cook. So I actually think like this next week, like on Sunday, Carolina, that first drive, I bet you only see one pass. I bet you don't see one pass play. It's all going to be runs. Although it'll end up the very first play will be a pass, but
It'll be a bomb, just like it was against.
I was happy about that.
Right.
I was like, they needed to do this.
I was watching highlights on TikTok yesterday and of last year's season and the year before, and it's all passes over 20 yards, 20, 40 yards that we're connecting on. So is it Josh being afraid to throw the ball? Is it scripted, don't throw the ball and, take the 3-yard dump pass and let your guys work?
Mm-hmm.
Or, I mean...
It's that, and its teams are playing 3 and 4 deep zones against the Bills and saying, he's a gunslinger, he'll throw it out here eventually. He won't take what we're giving him eventually, and it'll be a turnover, which is what he did for the first 4 years of his career, essentially. But I love seeing Josh be able to throw the ball with his whole arm and his body instead of just his wrist, which is what he does 85% of the time now. I mean, granted, it got him an MVP last year. But
you see it on tape, you got a whole year to game plan for it,
Well, he said it too. He was like, everyone's trying to give us their best because, we're a name that gets circled on the calendar, which is true. I mean, everyone's trying to win every week, but I just don't. When McDermott called plays after Leslie Frazier left, when McDermott called plays, the Bills were the number 3 overall defense in the league, and that includes yards given and points and whatever. They were the number 3 defense, and then I think right now we're the 22nd or 23rd overall defense right now under Babich,
and 30th against the run.
Well, I think when we make coaching changes, we don't get anybody unless it's somebody within in-house. We've never had anybody come and interview for a position. It's always promoting within.
Yeah.
So maybe you need to bring somebody else in, but is that because does McDermott not want to do that because he doesn't want to give up any of the control of the team?
I say let McDermott call plays again. He's not doing. If Goose is right with the halftime transitions, which you ask any of the players, they say halftime is really for going to the bathroom, getting some clean gear or whatever they need, grabbing a Lunchable and Uncrustable, and getting back out on the field. They say not much really happens at halftime that's not happening through the course of the game. Mm-hmm. But to Goose's point, though, McDermott can 100% say to Babich, we're running the wrong schemes. Do this, do that in a 30-second conversation, and they're on the headsets the whole time anyways. But I don't know. I think you always hope to come off the bye and get a win. And the way Dowdle and Hubbard can run, you got to hope that 2 fresh guys, if they play this week, McDermott says we'll see. But the 2 guys coming off suspension, Oliver's supposed to be healthy, that they can help stifle the run a little bit. Was Bernard limited or was he out at practice today?
Hold on, I got a picture of the injury report. Bernard was limited.
Oh, well, at least
Daquan, Palmer, and Rapp did not practice.
Yeah, I knew Palmer's going to be out for a little bit.
Yeah. I expected 2 to 3 weeks probably. But those three guys are Palmer, Daquan, and are week to week, and Rapp is day to day.
Okay. Well,
So
I
Poyer's
wouldn't
probably
be
going
surprised to see Poyer playing. I'm sure.
Which I feel better with him back there.
Yeah.
Against the run, I do.
Well, I was going to say in this game, given what you're going to see, Poyer's a better option. Poyer's a better run stopper than better against the run than he is against the pass and in zone. Whereas Rapp's better in coverage, and he's a good tackler. Don't get me wrong, but he's not good in like one-on-one, with a running back coming at you and getting over blocks and stuff. So
if they can limit the penalties this week, get five for 50 instead of 13 for 95, where 8 of those gave automatic first downs. If they can limit the penalties, they can still play with anybody with Josh under quarterback, even with the fucking cast of characters they have on the offense. But if they keep shooting themselves in the foot, which they've done, it cost them against New England. A terribly officiated game, in my opinion. I think New England had one penalty, except for the one drive where they gave up 2 or 3 against the Bills
towards the end of the game.
Yeah. So there's that, but it just against Atlanta, they couldn't get anything going anyways. Yeah. And then the penalties took away any momentum they were trying to gain or any progress they're making.
And then you have an Elijah Moore play that's clearly a catch.
Yeah, that was terrible.
Yeah, a call incomplete. Doesn't even touch the ground. When Travis Kelce has his arm wrapped around a third of a ball, and it's completely on the ground the week before, and it's called completion.
See, Roger Goodell, I don't know if this is true. This might not be, but he said something about like using AI for referees. Did anybody see anything about that?
No, that sounds like a Mitchell Facebook post.
I think that might not be a true one, but I saw that.
You got my spam Facebooks?
Yeah.
You got Mitchell's feed.
It'd be interesting to see what they could even do with that. I mean, you got MLB obviously, testing out the virtual umpires and stuff like that. AI doing balls and strikes in AAA, I think, this year, and I think they're going to introduce it next year into the MLB. Something like that's coming at some point or another. I mean, I think they've gotten a lot better this year of like if something's wrong, like that it gets called back down or whatever, like from the booth or whatever, basically saying like, hey, that's wrong, like you got to fix it. Like I've seen it a few times. I just saw it in the actually the Bucks Lions game,
the short yardage game. Yeah, fourth down.
Yeah, they called that one and got that back. I mean, on the challenge too, because he challenged the spot, or he challenged the
which is not the right challenge. Yeah.
I didn't quite understand why he challenged. I mean, I'm thinking he challenged it like that because he was they'll look at this and then they'll also look at that anyway. But
a fun little statistic for you guys. I don't know if you guys saw this on Facebook or not, but in October of '92. The Blue Jays went to the World Series, and so did the Bills.
I saw that.
93, they went to the World Series, and Buffalo went to the Super Bowl, and they're going back again this year. So,
yeah,
if they'd made it last year or the year before, I would have put a lot more stock in that stat than this year.
Right? Yeah. Or 2022, or 2020,
or COVID 20. All right, let's jump into pick'ems real quick. So on the Thursday night game, we have Vikings at Chargers. I'm going to take the Chargers.
Yeah, Chargers are due.
Yeah, Chargers.
Yeah, Chargers.
Jets at Bengals. I'm going to take the Joe Flacco Bengals.
Old Man River.
Bengals.
Yeah.
Bengals.
Yep.
Bengals. This will be the game that the Jets actually win, though.
I know, right?
There's no chance.
Tyrod Taylor just
goes
takes
off
control. Yeah.
I mean, he did look good when he came in the couple weeks ago.
Tyrod keeps games close. Dolphins at Falcons. I'm going to take the Falcons.
Falcons in a blowout.
Yeah, it's going to be bad.
I think this one's a rematch from a couple weeks ago, right? Giants at Eagles.
Yep.
Yeah. They just
Giants won that game, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
It did. This one's in Philly.
I'm going to go Philadelphia.
I'm going to take the Eagles.
Yeah. They're coming off of a good week.
Giants are coming off the heartbreaker in Denver.
Yeah, I mean, I like the Giants. They look good, but I just think Philly's in Philly. It's just gonna be tough for the Giants.
Somebody dropped Devonta Smith in our fantasy league. That's stupid.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, I picked him up on our fantasy league.
No, he's on my team.
Might have been Jordan's then.
Yeah. Okay.
Stupid.
I was gonna say he's on my team. I didn't drop him. Yeah, I didn't think the Giants would beat the Eagles twice, so I'll take the Eagles in this one.
Yeah. I got Niners at Texans. I'm gonna take the Niners.
Niners. Is Mac Jones still starting?
Yeah, at least as of right now. Purdy was still listed as out in fantasy on the app this morning.
Yeah. I would have taken the Texans if Nico Collins was playing, but given Nico Collins isn't going to play, I'm going to go with the Niners.
Yeah, Niners are actually underdogs on FanDuel for that one.
And makes sense. It's in Houston.
It's in Houston. Yeah,
Houston's got a really good defense, like you said, so it kind of makes a little bit of sense. But
Bears at Ravens.
Lamar's back.
Yeah,
Ravens.
I'm taking the Ravens.
Taking Baltimore.
Is Lamar back?
Lamar's
I heard
back.
Tyler
He's practicing today.
Okay, I heard
Yeah.
Tyler Huntley was going to be playing.
He's questionable as of right now, but they were saying it's leaning that way.
Yeah, they're a 6.5 point favorite right now.
Yep. Browns at Patriots. I'm going to take the Patriots.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Patriots.
It's tough to take.
Yeah, I'll take the Patriots.
Bucks at Saints. I got the Buccaneers. Even though they are banged up, I got them beating the Saints.
Yep. Did you see Kamara's comment about if he was traded or anything, he'd retire?
He doesn't want to go anywhere.
It's been there.
So this is the game that I don't know, because the Bucks lost the Detroit game. Yeah, I'll go with the Bucks. I think they get a bounce back.
Yeah. Cowboys at Broncos. I'm gonna take Dallas in the upset.
They can't friggin' stop anybody. They can't stop anybody.
I'm also going to go Dallas. Dak has been playing very well.
Yeah, I'm going to take Dallas as well.
It's the highest point total for the week.
I
50
believe
and a half.
that.
I mean, Denver's defense can't stop anybody either, though. So
Not lately.
Yeah.
Patrick Surtain locks up whoever number one is, but not much help around it. Titans at Colts. I got the Colts.
Yeah, Colts.
Yeah,
Colts.
they're the heaviest. 14 and a half is a gross line.
Yeah.
Then again, the Bills were 14 and a half favorites to the Saints. So there we are. Packers at the Steelers. I'm going to take Green Bay.
Green Bay.
I'm going to take the Steelers.
Steelers at home.
Green Bay's been a little bit up and down, struggling. They have pulled out some close wins, but I think Steelers look good right now.
Yeah. And we got Commanders at Chiefs. I have the Chiefs in a landslide.
Yeah. Yep.
Jane Daniels is out.
No Daniels. Yeah.
My other hot take was the Giants are going to take that division, second in that division. So still got a chance.
Goose had the Philly collapse, which they did lose 2 in a row. Last but not least, Bills at Carolina. I got the Bills.
Yeah. I think they have. I think they come out and they just control the clock and run the ball with Cook, and I think they put in a lot of pressure to stopping the run to make Bryce Young throw the ball.
And he's hurt right now too, actually.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
It's
we
Andy
did talk
Dalton.
about Andy Dalton. We did talk about Andy Dalton earlier. Make Andy Dalton throw the ball. So I don't.
Which I think scares me more than Bryce Young.
Yeah. I mean, he can read defenses better than Bryce Young can. It's just, can his arm support it? If we can get any kind of pass rush, though, Dalton's toast. We've seen that over the last couple of years. So,
Yeah.
but we can't get any kind of pass rush typically.
Well, that's it. I was going to say, we've 2 weeks where we
Can't.
should have solid pass rush and we can't. So, and I
Fair
will say
enough.
that, and then Buffalo's been blitzed. I mean, last week specifically was a 58% of the game, and they couldn't handle the blitz. I mean, Josh
Yeah,
they
right.
gotta
sacked the
figure
most.
something out. They got to figure something else there. I mean, I don't know if it's just that they're being too, predictable on their play calls or whatever in certain situations, because teams seem to be timing the blitz like perfect against them, and it just is very odd that they can't, with a seasoned quarterback like Josh should be able to read it and see that the blitz is coming. And even our offensive line is like, one of the better ones in the league. How we look like the Giants offensive line last year. You know what I mean? In certain situations, like it's just terrible.
I will say, I think it was Tony Romo that was announced in the game last week. Brought up when Buffalo's blitzing, they're 5 to 7 yards back, like pretty much at the linebacker, behind the linebacker, starting their blitz when they should be 3 to 4 yards back off the line.
There was that one Tyler Rapp blitz where
Yeah.
he was 12 yards deep to start the blitz.
Yeah.
Like, I've never seen a blitz start from that far deep. And I mean, granted, he got caught out. They snapped the ball quick, so Rapp didn't have a chance to even get up there. But you're right, Mitch. Most like when Bernard blitzes or Milano's going to go or whomever, Dorian Williams, their 5 yards are so deep. They're not, everyone else gets 2 yards back and then you can see where the gap's going to be, but they don't do that.
To scheme it or whatever, trying to make it look like
Disguise
it's something
it.
else. Yeah, disguise. Yeah.
Well, and you
We
see
have a-
McDermott like move up. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
We have a great offensive line for the run block, in my opinion. I think they enjoy it too. You know, offensive linemen like to run block, but I think Josh, our pass blocking stats are skewed just based on Josh, on his maneuverability and capability to get out of the pocket and move the ball down the field. Because you see how many times, and I'm not even talking like highlight plays, but how many times he just maneuvers himself out of the pocket with a quick stiff arm, or you know, he does almost like a swim move around Spencer Brown or around Dion to get outside that a lot of guys just can't do. You know, that would be sacks against a Mac Jones or those guys.
And they stack the right side. Like they're going to bring that guy on the outside edge to contain right. Yeah, right.
Well, the fourth down play, he throws the pick. He tried going right. The fact that he has to scramble on a 3-step drop or a 5-step drop before as soon as he hits that 5th step is crazy.
And they only brought one extra guy.
Yeah, and and the Bills had what? They kept the tight end. I don't know if it was Haas or Knox, but they kept the tight end.
Haas was in. Yeah. Yep. So the struggle is real.
Yep. Besides the Bills, our beloved Buffalo Sabres, 2-4 currently, but they're about to win against Detroit. They're up 2 goals, which is the worst lead in hockey. I only brought up the Sabres for 2 reasons. The first one is, I saw a Sabres hype video the other day after the Sabres beat the Florida Panthers to go 2-3. So they're 1-3. And then I saw a 4-minute hype video about beating the Panthers, which if that doesn't sum up the Buffalo Sabres, I don't know what does.
Mm-hmm.
I will say that Florida game, they looked good though. Did you? Because I was at the game. They actually played like a legit entire game of hockey, which I haven't seen them do in years.
It seems that way,
Was that when they scored 8 goals?
No, that was against the Senators.
They
were down 4-2 against the Senators, and then they scored 8 to go. There were 6 more to go, 8-4.
Yeah.
And
it must have been like that video I sent you guys about the Sabres and like downtown Buffalo where they're having a parade because they won the game or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's exactly it. Like that. My Twitter was just Sabres are going to the cup kind of stuff.
I just want to make the playoffs.
Well, I will say they've been talked about quite a bit early on this year about them. You know, this is the year for the Sabres. They've got to break the drought. They've got to make that step. And honestly, I've gotten ESPN alerts about it at least. I don't know, once a week.
Yeah, it's funny. I texted my buddy Jake, who's a big hockey fan. He's no longer a Sabres fan. He converted to the Panthers about 7 or 8 years ago. And I said, the one time the Sabres win is the time I bet against them. I bet Florida that night and it killed a parlay. But I don't know why you would think the Sabres were going to beat Florida. Just how they're beating the 5-1 Red Wings currently.
Yeah.
But I say that to say Jake responded, don't worry, they're an 85-point team. They always are.
Yeah.
It's just like the Bills, right? Right?
What's that?
It's just like the Bills. They play to their competition. You know, you're playing against a good team, they play better. And you're playing against a shit team, they play worse. So it's just the curse of Buffalo.
That's fair. Oh, the other thing I wanted to say was, I don't know if you guys saw the clip of Marchand. He fights Darlene. Darlene turtles, which I don't know why you're 6'3" turtling to Brad Marchand, but he turtles. And Marchand gets his helmet and he goes in the penalty box and he rips all the pads out of the helmet and throws it out. And then he got fined. Actually, it was like a $5,000 fine or something stupid. Yeah. Actually, Detroit just won on the power play.
Did you see the LaShawn McCoy Ocho interview? Came out, I don't know if it was today or yesterday. I'm talking about the Kiko Alonso trade for LaShawn McCoy. I mean, that doesn't really have anything to do with the Bills. And how Chip Kelly is the one who's like, oh, yeah, well, we'll give you LaShawn McCoy. We want Kiko Alonso. And at the time, the GM was
Doug Whaley.
Whaley, yeah. And it's like, all right, so what else do you want? And he's like, no, just Kiko Alonso. And then like, oh, yeah, okay, sure.
Yeah, he said Whaley didn't even talk to Rex Ryan. Just sign the deal. Got it done.
Yeah, and McCoy was like, you know, I'm on a 5-year contract. I'm not going anywhere. Like, oh, you're trading me? Get the fuck out of here. That's not
Yeah.
real.
You're going to see more McCoy stuff now because his name just came up for the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
He just became eligible. There were
And
6
Ocho's-
former Bills on the list, and then Steve Tasker for the historic ones. He's no longer in the modern era. He's on the historical. Well, he's been, I think, historical for a couple years.
Well, you got
Some
Ocho
good
and
names.
somebody else getting into a fight, an argument. I guess the other
Those
day.
guys are all just for the clicks.
He got up and ended the show early.
All for the clicks.
Yeah.
They hardly
Somebody
talk
made a
about
comment about him
sports.
fucking around with the girl that used to work at ESPN.
Joy Taylor.
Yeah. So that's when he got up and walked away.
Even
Who saw Andy just hit the deck in the back? Just
I missed it.
over Goose's, I think his left shoulder. Just hit the deck back there.
Oh, there she is.
Nope. There she is.
Oh, that's great. She got down fast. I was like, holy shit. So all right, let's hit our movie review. Why don't we who picked it?
It was my movie, Thunderbolts.
Mitch.
Alex, kick it off.
let's see. So I liked it. It was different than what I expected it to be for, like Marvel movie. It was like a lot of like character development, like there's like depression and mental health stuff going on in it. It was way different than I really thought I was going into it. But I mean, there's a lot of good aspects to it. It was a fun movie to watch. But I don't know if I'd watch it again, but it looks like it's leading to more. But I'll give it a 7.3.
And once is enough, that's for sure. It's not like your standard, Endgame.
That's not
Infinity
Avengers,
War. Yeah. So
Goose?
Yeah, I mean, I liked it. I mean, the Captain America character in that's obviously from a previous movie that I hadn't seen yet.
The show.
I recognize
Yeah.
it took me a minute with the ghost character because I was like, why does she look familiar? Then I remembered Ant-Man and Wasp. I mean, I enjoyed it. Watched it over a couple days. I mean, it wouldn't be something that I've kind of like, you see Endgame or, on or something that you're like, oh, I got to watch that again type of thing. But so I'll probably go with like, I'll just go with a 7 flat. Good. Solid.
Yeah. I'm in the same ballpark. It's one of those ones, if it was on in the background, I wouldn't turn it off, but I'm not going to go hunt it. Had some good quips. I did know the characters from the show, the Falcon and Winter Soldier show. Well, Captain America. But all in all, I didn't think it was bad at all. It got more hate than I thought it might have deserved because I didn't watch it until just now. You know what I mean? Till we had this.
Mm-hmm.
But I felt like it got a lot of hate online and on TikTok and stuff when it first came out. But I'd put it at like a 7.5. Mitch, what's your take?
Yeah, I thought it was a decent movie. It plays into a lot of the spin-off shows that Marvel has going. So I like a lot of good one-liners. I like the guy, like I said, who plays the Russian Captain Marvel or Captain America counterpart. So I
Name's David
put it right. Yeah, Stranger Things. Good guy, good actor. I put it at a 7.4. Like I said, it's not a movie I'd specifically go and turn on, but definitely something that I wouldn't turn off either.
Nice. I wanted to throw out there. You guys see the new Marvel movie is going to be the Doctor Doomsday, right? And it's Robert Downey Jr. playing Doctor Doom. And I saw a fan theory yesterday that was, I thought it was pretty interesting. And it was that if you remember in Endgame when they go back in time to get the Tesseract, right? They do it and they go back to when Loki had it at Stark Tower, and that doesn't work, right? Loki takes the Tesseract and leaves, and that's how he ends up with the what is it called? The TV, the Authority, whatever it's called. I can't remember.
Yeah.
So anyways, then they went back to the old army base.
Yep.
So the fan theory was that when Loki left, remember how when the Ancient One shows the different timelines, right? It shows it breaks off and this and that it's the timeline that Tony Stark from that timeline when Loki ends up escaping with the Tesseract, ends up finding out, he goes back and watches all the footage and stuff like that and sees that there's 2 Captain Americas and hears him in the elevator say Hail Hydra. and he sees that it's Ant-Man and Tony Stark are the ones that were orchestrating the thing. So like that he had gone bad and stuff like that. So he kind of falls into this spiral of things aren't what they seem. I'm being played by somebody's pulling the strings that's not me kind of thing. In the Captain America thing, you can't trust him. And that he goes down the spiral, and that's how he becomes Doctor Doom. Instead of all the character development and the sacrificing himself type of stuff, all that stuff that was, he spirals the exact opposite way into paranoia and technology and all that kind of stuff. So I thought it was pretty cool that it's based off of that timeline, which Multiverse of Madness lets you see that there can be crossover, between those things. So just something
Cool.
that
I like that actually. Yeah.
throw out there. So yeah, what, who's next? Is it up to me again, or is it
Goose?
Goose?
Go. So, I thought about it. I was between a couple, but I think I want to choose the Dark Knight.
I mean, I'll give you a 9 right now.
As I say, we're gonna be making an adjustment. We haven't had one. I haven't put the thing up the last 2 videos, but we haven't had one break the top 10. But I have a feeling this might be one that
that's one of my top 5 movies of all time.
Yeah, that is a good one.
Dark Knight's a really good one.
I mean, I have
Sick.
a Batman tattoo on my arm. So.
Yeah, I have a Catwoman one on my lower back. So
yeah,
scratch here. All right, sick. Well, does anybody else have anything they want to throw into the mix? All right. So
see everybody on Sunday.
Yeah. We'll be in, well, not Alex, but we will be in.
You're more than happy to come. Pizza and wings, Syracuse.
No, I'm actually in New York City this weekend. So
Oh, there you go.
do a convention for Lockport School Board.
Nice.
Yeah.
Aren't you fancy?
The old Hug and Kiss
Get to
convention.
go hang out.
You fly in there, or you got to drive there?
Flying. So I leave tomorrow. Flight leaves at 9. So
I mean, it's only an hour flight.
yeah, it's easy.
Are you just flying to you flying to JFK or?
Yeah, flying to JFK and
Nice.
then here in
Nice.
Midtown. So
Yes.
there for a couple of days and had to come home.
Sweet. Well, enjoy yourself. Travel safe. Other than that, yeah, we're going to drive to Syracuse Sunday, hang out for a while, drive home.
It's my birthday and Vince's 5th birthday party.
Mitch will be 36, the big 36. I wanted to tell you, Mitch, that one of my daughters, I don't know if it was Aubrey Addison, I was sitting in the car, so I didn't see their face, said, hey, how come when we go to Syracuse, like we drive up in the morning and then we like hang out and then we come home, but whenever Uncle Mitch comes in town, he has to stay in a hotel. I said, I mean, we could stay over, but it's a Sunday and you guys have school on Monday. She's like, yeah, but we always come back like the same day pretty much, but they always stay for like the long weekend. I said, because number one, Uncle Mitch doesn't like to drive like that. And number 2,
I don't.
I said, what they usually, which is fair. And they usually come in like Friday night or Saturday morning. So they spend the weekend with us. It's like, oh, I just figured he doesn't like driving. So that's why he doesn't do it. I was like, oh, I think that's part of it.
That's fair. I hate driving. I don't know how you do it so often because I could drive to Niagara Falls and I'm falling asleep halfway there. Like on the way back from golf, I had to pull over for 15 minutes because I had to get out and walk around the car.
The same day Goose went to Buffalo and back.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't do it.
Good. Go
Even
to
when
Buffalo, Rochester, and back. Yep.
Like when I was in college and I drive to Rhode Island from Niagara, and it's a 6.5 hour drive, and I'd probably have to stop like 4 times because it's like, I fall asleep in a car in 15 minutes. If Dad was driving, like going down to the land, like I'd sleep the whole way 2.5 hours away there.
I mean, I'm going to do Friday. I'm going to drive to Fulton. It's like, I'm going to go on 104. So it's going to be like 2 hours and 50 minutes. I'll wake up early. I'll drive to Fulton. I'll do the class. It ends at 1:15. And then I'm going to drive 2 hours and 50 minutes back.
When
that's
is that?
Like my work day. It's normal.
When you go
Goose
back?
does that all the time too. He's all over the state. He's probably put 50K miles on his car in the last year and a half, I would think.
Listen, my
car's
car's
not as many this year, but yeah, and it's a lot.
My car's 12 years old and I just hit 100,000 miles on it.
My van is
Jess's car's 4 years old and it's got 68,000 miles on it.
Yeah. Felicia's van is a 2017 and she's got 110 on it. And that's gone to Florida a couple times too.
I've had my car since 2017.
Mm-hmm.
And it's 2013, and I got it at 36,000 miles, and I've only put on 70,000 miles on it.
Yeah, you don't go anywhere.
I mean, I work 15 minutes away. Like I drive into it from work.
Yes.
Otherwise, we take Jess's car.
I was going to say, I mean, you guys don't take that car
I'm road
normally.
trips.
You
Yeah,
normally
no.
take the
Take the
Highlander.
SUV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
All
shit, we've already put 200 miles on the Pilot, and we got that in July.
Oh, that's nuts.
I have 160,000 on mine. 2015 Town and Country Beast.
That's it.
Hopefully, I want to buy her, not the Sprinter van, but the one that's like
the Mercedes van.
the Mercedes ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I said I want to buy it.
Sprinters.
She's like,
Yeah.
we don't need that. And I'm like, we don't not need it. It's the same. It's still, it's like 55 grand, which is the same price as a Caravan. You can get, or 60 grand. If you get the new Caravans, it's that much. So let's
And
just
my
get
hope-
the big Mercedes.
My hope is to have a truck in the next couple months. Buy just a used truck for 60,000, 70,000 miles on it.
Well, yeah, I mean, you can make that last for 11 years the way you drive.
Yeah. I still won't take it. Oh, Buffalo 142. I still won't take it on road trips. It'll still be the SUV because the back seat's very uncomfortable.
Yeah, fair. All right.
Depends on the truck. Depends on which truck you get. Yeah.
I will get a double cab. I won't get anything less than a double cab.
Just get the 2-seater, Mitch. Just get like a
There you go.
Colorado.
I would like an old truck, like a 1960s,
Get an old
1950s
S10.
Chevy.
The only issue with that is when you go too old like that, you're gonna have a stick.
I don't mind.
Okay, I can't drive.
It's not like I'm sitting on it.
Not anymore.
I gave that up a while ago.
Don't talk about your college days on the podcast, Mitch. Yeah, make goose and mouthwater. All right, folks. If you stuck around, we appreciate you.
God bless you.
God bless. Go Bills.
Go Bills.
Go Bills.
Bills.